What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I recorded my everyday makeup routine, so I am going to talk you guys through it. It is pretty simple. Is what I call, in the words of Saweetie, a natural beat with hella makeup. So I did put the products up on the screen if you would like to just mute me and not hear me speak, but I am going through my brows with Glossier Boy Brow. I think this is my second time trying this product out. I wanted to try something different because I normally use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, which I love, but sometimes I do think it breaks me out around my eyebrow area. So I wanted to try this one. I'm a huge fan of Glossier. I love their blog. I love the product. I love the concept. Yeah, so I am now just trimming my brows. I like to brush my brows straight up, and then I'll just kind of trim off the excess sometimes. I don't do this all the time, but you know, when I used to get my eyebrows done, I would see them do this. So I just did it too. So now I am just defining my brows. I'm using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Caramel. And I don't put any on the top, but I do go under to define them. And I'm just using a flat concealer brush from MAC. All right, so now I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil in the number 4. I use this lightly to just kind of fill in any areas that may need it. Normally, sometimes I need to fill in around the tail of my brow just to, you know, make sure there's enough coverage there. I don't really go in and like draw anything heavy since I am okay with the way that my eyebrows look naturally. So, now I am using my foundation. So this is the Shiseido Synchro Skin in the color 430. This is a perfect match shade for me. I got this foundation in the Sephora VIB sale, and it is phenomenal. I would recommend it to everybody. This shade matches my skin perfectly. And I was a little afraid because I ordered it from Sephora and I did it online and I used their shade matching system. So what I actually recommend is that you do like 2 or 3 foundations that match you perfectly and put them into their system and then just see what results that it gives you. And so yeah, this was the one that it gave me for most of them. I think for one of them it gave me the next shade down, but after reading the descriptions I decided to try this one out and it looks pretty good so far. Alright, so now I'm doing my under eye concealer, and spoiler alert, I'm going to use 3 concealers. The first color I'm using is Walnut, and I use this as a kind of corrector shade. I like the way it looks under some of my concealers, And I don't always use it, but I do use it every now and then. I will also use this shade around my mouth where, you know, it's typically darker sometimes if I don't get enough coverage from the foundation, or if the foundation color is slightly off, and or if it's more yellow based. I tend to put on that corrector shade to kind of balance it out so that it doesn't look gray around that area. And I'm just taking a sponge and I am blending as best as I can. All right, now I am using the color Caramel. This is the same one I used on my brow. And then I'm gonna blend that in as well. I try to concentrate the color like toward the dip that my eye has, and then I blend everything out from there. All right, and for the last concealer, I'm using the color, I believe it's pronounced Sucre de Orge, maybe. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I then put this one on top, and this is more of like my highlight shade, so I don't use this shade all the time, but I do use it most of the time, so here we go. All right, so now everything's pretty much blended, and now I'm using my Bobbi Brown stick foundation, and I really think that I only use the color Chestnut here, but sometimes I mix in the color Espresso as well, and I just do this just to add a little bit of warmth around my face. So I set my under eyes and the center of my face with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in the shade 2. I love this powder. It is amazing, and I think it's great for dry skin. All right, now I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade 4, and I'm just going over where I put that chestnut stick foundation earlier, and I just, you know, put it all around my face just to kind of warm it up a little bit. I also take that bronzer through my crease to warm that area up as well, and then I'll kind of, you know, bring it down. So I'm taking that same shade and I'm putting it on my lower lash line or under my eye, whatever that area is called. That's where I'm putting it. And to me, this just helps like balance it out, and it makes the concealer not look so stark. Alright, so now I'm just putting on some blush. I think the color that I'm using is Orgasm from Nars. It's a very pretty pink blush. It's a really good everyday blush too because it's not too much. At least on my skin type, it's not too much. And I love it. It just gives you like a natural blush color. And then I like to just blend the edges of that with my Charlotte Tilbury No. 3 powder. Popped on some lashes off camera, and I love these lashes. I don't typically wear lashes in my everyday makeup routine, but I think sometimes when you have like a very neutral face, you can get away with a bolder lash because it's not like bam eyeshadow, bam lashes, bam bright lip. So I wanted to try these ones out and I love them. And I just lined my eyes with the Stila liquid liner. So now I'm spraying my face with the Mario Badescu Rose Facial Spray. This to me just helps get rid of that powdery look. It helps to rehydrate my skin because my skin is so dry. And it just makes it look fresh. It almost to me makes the makeup look worn, you know, like you've been had it on for a little while, which I like that look. And the gloss I have on my lips is another Glossier product. It's the Clear Lip Gloss, and it is phenomenal. So that's pretty much it. Like, these are my favorite type of looks to do. They're my everyday looks. Follow my socials, subscribe to my channel, and please visit my website. Thank you so much for watching.